setting new standards in podcast excellence. You have joined the WBT, fully focused on business and taxes. Here is your host, Michael Lodge.
So I was watching the TV show last night, Pickers. And Pickers is about these two guys who go from town to town and state to state, and they pick through other people's junk to find that one item that they can sell. And usually it's an old item. It's one of those items that people consider to be antiques now. Do you know what? As I was watching it, I felt old because most of the things that they're looking for were items that came up when I was a kid. I remember every single one of those items and seeing them. I remember seeing the signboards up there. I remember seeing anything. So what I'm getting at is that as time goes by, I feel really old. Let's set some music stage here, right? We'll stage some music here so that we can talk about getting old. Perfect. So as I was watching this, they were at a place in New York. And the individual who owned this building and store was a computer repairman, and he was one of the first computer repair people on Apple Computer when they first came out. Before the Apple Store, they were the Apple Store. And what he did was he collected things that over the period of years and years and years. And as I watched the show, I remember almost every single thing that they displayed. And it was items such as the old NBC microphone stands that you used to listen to people on the radio or see them on television. Those things are now going for almost $10,000 a piece. And the old Apple computers and everything that technology first started with, and now look at where we are today. When I first started my career, we did not really have, well, we had computers, but they were monstrous things that took up whole rooms and whole blocks and everything else. And I remember when I was in college, the computer that I had was so complicated that sometimes it would just delete everything we had been working on. So we kept all of our memory, or what we called memory back there, were on little ticker tape things with holes in them. So we would take these ticker tapes, roll them up, and then put a rubber band around them just in case the computer went down. And then when I first started in the tax industry, I was working for a company called CCH Computax. And we first started with IBM cards. Now, I don't know if you remember what IBM cards are, but they were these long pieces of cardboard that a key punch operator would key punch and put holes in them, and then the cards would pile up into a big high stack, and then we took it over, hoping not to drop the stack, and put it into a card reader, and then it would read everything. If we made one mistake, we had to repunch one card and do the whole thing all over again. It was time consuming. And then the very next day, a big, huge laser printer, IBM 9700, that took up another room, would print the tax return out, ship it to us, and we would review it. That's how it went. Day in and day out. So technology has come a long ways. And then the very next big item that for tax accountants like myself was this little tiny teletype machine that you would put a phone receiver into a coupler, and that coupler would then communicate with the computer way over in Los Angeles, and we would key in all of the information, and then it would print and return on the other side in Los Angeles, and then ship them over to us, and we would then have a tax return. And sometimes we'd have to do it all over again because there was a problem with what we keyed in. Now, we can pretty much do a tax return on our cell phone if we really wanted to. But it's amazing as I've watched all these things through technology, and I continually, even at the age of 60, have to continue to be updated and make sure I'm up to par with what technology is out there. And it's I'm doing it every single day, it seems like, because things change every single day. But can you imagine when I was a kid and going to college and up until this day where we're so dependent upon technology that I've seen the whole gamut of having nothing to having everything at our fingertips, basically. Technology has changed so greatly. And that's why I keep harping on the issue that we as individuals constantly have to learn. We have to learn about technology. We have to learn about business. We have to learn about taxation. We have to learn about politics. We have to continue to get as much information in our brains that we possibly can to keep up with a very fast-paced lifestyle that we live now. I mean, look at myself, okay? I'm 60 years old. I just moved out here to South Carolina. I'm way out in the country. And I'm doing a podcast over the internet to thousands of people and all over the world. So at my age, I'm still continuing to have to keep up with this technology. I have to continue to keep learning everything that I can possibly learn on a daily basis. And so if there's anything that you learn from me, I encourage you to learn as much as you possibly can. You have to keep your mind stimulated and creative on a daily basis, because you never know when that great idea is going to pop into your head, and you need to start working on it right now with the technology that you have at your fingertips. So I encourage each of you, continue to read, continue to learn, continue to experiment with the technologies that are out there and that fit within your professional and personal lifestyle. No matter how old that you're getting, continue to learn. The more that you learn, the more that you're able to respond to issues very quickly, because you're prepared for with the information that you have thus far. And you can research it so very quickly now with the aid of the internet and Google and all the other entities out there that can help you. So I encourage you every single day, learn. That's what I created this podcast for, because I wanted to reach out to you and help you become more thinking about everything that's out there on business and taxation, politics, everything that's out there. I wanted to learn this mechanism so I could get out and teach and learn, and we both learn together. I love this experience of this podcast and being able to sit down with you every single day and talk about various issues. Sometimes I rant, and sometimes I sit down and talk about the tax issues that affect you, the business issues, how to create a better business, because that is what, based on my experience since 1984, I can share with you at least. So that's it for today. I just wanted to let you know that I am old, and Watching TV sometimes makes you realize how far we have come and how great that you and I have become. I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com. Or call us toll free at our phone number. It's 888-681-1515. And one of our tax people or accounting people can help you through any issue that you may have. That's it for today. Have a great day and talk with you soon.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
World of Business and Taxes.